how does a machine, a chunk of code basically, actually learn? I mean, it doesn't have experiences or memories like we do, so what's the secret sauce? Well, to answer that, we've got to start with the two most basic building blocks. Before an AI can learn a single thing, it needs these two core ingredients. Honestly, the easiest way to think about it is like you're cooking a meal. You can't even begin until you've got your recipe and all your ingredients laid out on the counter.
So, first up is the algorithm. Now, this word sounds super technical, but the idea is actually really simple. Just think of it as the recipe. It's a step-by-step set of instructions that tells the computer exactly what to do to solve a specific problem. It's the how-to guide for the AI. Okay, so if the algorithm is our recipe, then the data? Well, that's all of our ingredients. This is the raw information we feed into the system. All the facts, the numbers, the pictures, the words. Without data, the algorithm has absolutely nothing to work with. It's like having a great recipe, but a totally empty pantry.
And right here, this is where it all comes together. You absolutely need both. You can't have one without the other. The algorithm gives you the structure, the method, that's the recipe. And the data provides the substance, the raw material. Those are the ingredients. These two things together, they are the absolute foundation for all AI learning.
All right, so we've got our recipe and our ingredients. Now for the fun part. Let's look at how the AI actually uses them in the learning process. This is where we get into the different methods AI uses to turn all that raw information into what feels like real intelligence. So the most common way is something called machine learning. And the name pretty much says it all, right? The whole goal is to let the machine learn for itself. For instance, you can show it thousands and thousands of cat pictures. By doing that, it starts to recognize the patterns on its own. You know, the pointy ears, the whiskers. And then it can predict whether a new picture it's never seen before also has a cat in it. It's all about finding patterns to make predictions.
And really, it just boils down to this simple two-step loop. First, the machine analyzes a whole bunch of data, hunting for those important patterns. Then, based on what it finds, it makes a prediction or a decision. And this just keeps going. It's a constant cycle. Analyze, predict, learn, and do it all over again, getting just a little bit smarter with every single pass. Now, don't get me wrong, machine learning is incredibly powerful, but some problems are just way too complex, too messy for that kind of straightforward approach. For those really big challenges, we need something even more sophisticated. And that brings us to something called neural networks. And the inspiration for this is just so cool. It's our own brains. Neural networks are these super complex systems that are literally designed to mimic the web of interconnected neurons in our own heads. So instead of one simple recipe, it's like a whole network of them working together, allowing the AI to learn in layers and tackle much, much harder problems, like understanding human speech or even driving a car.
I know this all might sound a little bit abstract, kind of like science fiction, but here's the thing. You are using these systems every single day, probably without even thinking twice about it. Let's take a quick look at how this AI learning is already in action all around us.
Just think about it for a second. When you use an app to translate a sentence from one language to another, that's AI. When your phone looks at a picture and automatically tags your friends, yep, that's image recognition. And when your favorite streaming service suggests a brand new show that you end up totally loving, that is a recommendation system powered by machine learning. And of course, the huge web of tech that's driving autonomous vehicles is one of the most complex examples out there.
Okay, so we know what AI needs to learn, and we know how it learns. But the biggest question is, why? Why are we doing all of this? What's the end game? This last part, this really gets to the heart of why this technology matters so much. So what is the big single takeaway from all of this? When you boil it all down, AI is fundamentally a technology designed to augment human capabilities. It's not about replacing people, it's about enhancing what we can do. It's about building tools that help us process information way faster, see patterns we could never spot on our own, and solve problems that not too long ago we thought were impossible. It's a tool to make us better. And as these learning methods get more and more advanced, the potential to enhance what we're capable of is, well, it's almost limitless. And that leaves us with one last, really fascinating question to think about. What human capability will be augmented next?